Hi, I'm Ronak from synaptyX. Our CEO just shared the story of how we helped a global telecom client. So today I'll walk you through what it actually meant on the ground, from prioritizing AI use cases to getting a live analytics solution up and running in just 2 months. When we came in, the client was running campaigns across 60 plus countries with more than 80 odd operators. Data was sitting in silos across different systems and teams. They had static Power BI dashboards, lots of manual Excel work, and there was no reliable way to connect customer acquisition cost back to the campaign performance. So the ask from the client was twofold. Number one was to help them optimize CAC in the short term, and in parallel, help them identify and prioritize the right AI use cases across business functions. So they had a very focused and modular roadmap with a defined business case. This was a fairly AI naive enterprise, and honestly, teams were disconnected. So we started with a stakeholder immersion with over 20 plus conversations across marketing, product, finance, legal, and technology teams, using a very structured intake approach to capture their goals, pain points, and ideas. That gave us a really long list of around 28 potential AI use cases. Then we applied our advisory framework, which is like asking simple questions like what, where, when, how, and who, but in a very practical way. In simple words, we made sure we were aligned on what business outcomes mattered, what the data situation really looked like, what could be done now versus later, what needed to be built versus configured versus partnered, and ensured human centric adoption with clear owners and ways of working. We also grouped the use cases into business teams, scored them on impact and feasibility, ran a data readiness check using a thermometer to see which ideas were even possible from data readiness standpoint. We then quickly built a couple of scatter plots, and this really helped us narrow down the long list of ideas to top five use cases. From there on, we turned it into a phase wise modular roadmap tied to their short term objectives of revenue growth and sales upliftment, and also their longer term goal of future proofing product offerings for market differentiation. And to make sure this doesn't become a one off exercise, we also proposed a lightweight AI CoE setup with clear ownership and governance. And we also ran AI primer sessions so that their teams had a realistic view of what AI can and cannot do. They did not need a giant AI department. They needed consistency, a way to standardize adoption, train teams, and build decision support systems without every function doing its own thing. So we proposed a matrix style setup, a small central group to drive governance, standards, and enablement, and then a virtual network of AI champions embedded in each business unit and product team. Those champions weren't really full-time AI roles. They were like the bridge between day-to-day business and the central team. This is where the real work was. Their data ecosystem was fragmented. Tech teams used multiple disconnected tools. Finance had critical pieces in SAP. Focus and MIS were stuck in spreadsheets. And campaign signals from Google Marketing and Analytics weren't consistently stitched into internal spend and outcomes. So we did three things. Number one, we standardized and centralized the data sources into one unified data lake. Secondly, we made it analytics ready. And finally, we enriched it with external campaign signals and metadata, including the affiliates data. So the spend to performance linkage actually held up. Um, Once that foundation was in place, most of the heavy lifting was configuration rather than custom build. We used a highly configurable analytics solution. So in about 2 to 3 weeks, we could iterate with the client on metric definitions, alert rules, and business logic, and we're able to finally configure the full blown solution. We also helped them set up alerts like CAC increase, churn increase, and budget adjustment triggers. So the team could actually see when the spend was going off track. And we also added recommendations on where to reallocate budget across campaigns and markets rather than just reporting what happened. Within roughly just 90 days, the client saw a 3% reduction in CAC and about 10 to 15% efficiency gains, largely by reallocating their spends away from underperforming campaigns and getting to the right insights quickly. And one thing I'm genuinely proud of, because this was one of our earliest client engagements. It helped us build repeatable consulting assets as well as data models. Today, that library of accelerators is a big reason we can move faster and with more confidence across clients.